is it that us car guys, whenever we replace a part or change out something, you know, why is it that we keep all of the old crap? You know? And I don't have a garage. I have a basement. I have a basement full of crap. And I'm down here now because it is time to clean, you know, the basement. The hot water tank blew out last week. So this is a brand new hot water tank. And of course, you know, the floor was all wet. Apparently it was leaking for quite some time. You can see the paint's peeling. I know, I have a house that's over 100 years old. But yeah, so we had to have a hot water tank put in. And it was at that moment when I had to move everything out of the way in there to get the water tank to come through here and stuff. Well, it's time that the basement, you know, gets back to being a little more organized. But for real though, like, you know, I'm just going through some stuff because I got totes that I gotta move around. I have a whole room here in the basement that was at one time dedicated to nothing but car stuff, like my toolboxes, which are out here now. You know, all of that stuff used to be in here. But because my house, again, is well over 100 years old, the porch is, you know, it started leaking one winter. I don't think it's been leaking since, like from the ceiling, but we had a lot of snow piled up there, and apparently, I don't know if it was just the heat from the basement or whatnot, but it caused the water to pretty much leak all over that toolbox and stuff, and I had to move it all out. But, you know, I still have a lot of things in here that, you know, that I kept in here just because it's a bunch of junk. But I did. I had a really nice room in here with all of the tools and stuff, and I had it all organized and stuff, and now it's just a bunch of stuff, you know. So it's time to purge. Look at all these jugs, you know. Look at all these. Now, the stuff up here is good. This is all, a lot of this stuff here is clean stuff. These jugs down here is all old oil that has to be recycled yet. Except for like my clean jugs, they're in that bag there. I wrote clean on the one. So that's that, no dirty stuff goes in there. But all this stuff, I gotta get this, you know, out of here. I gotta get it recycled. So I might make maybe later on this afternoon, I might make a trip down to the parts store and, you know, see if they'll take some of that stuff. But like, there's jugs here that I've had since like the Aztec days, even before that, really. I mean, there's just, I got stuff all over. And this is 016. How did I end up with some 016 oil? And that is 016. It's very watery. I never worked on anything here in the house that had 016 oil, but somehow I've got almost a little over half a quart of 016 oil. This is another clean jug. I was using it for brake clean at one time, but I looked in it. It has remnants of clean oil, so I was probably in a pinch where I didn't have either one of those two, and I recycled another jug that I had from work. This really is coolant. I got some other coolant, like I've got coolant from various jobs that I've done. I'm pretty sure this is the one I bought for the water pump on the Grand Am. So, but I mean, I have a lot of coolant. I still have the orange coolant from Ford, which they don't make anymore. But that was, I bought that from years ago for the Fusion and the Fiesta, you know, to top off the coolant there. And I think that one back there is the yellow with the black cap. I think that's still good coolant also. This jug here was supposed to be for clean oil. I have various fluids, automatic transmission fluid, probably from the Aztec, I'm assuming. That is still really full, actually. That may not even be opened. That might be a brand new container. The power steering fluid was definitely, both of these power steering fluids were definitely from the Aztec. The brake fluid was probably, that might have been from the Grand Am when we did the caliper. Here's my little brake bleeding apparatus. We can keep that. This AC thing, you know, that's from the Corolla. When my wife and I had the Corolla, and I had to charge her Corolla up a little bit. So there's that. This is, this makes me sad. This is leftover 040 from the Saab. I definitely don't need this anymore because, well, the Saab was the only car that took 040, so I might just dump this into one of those and recycle it. I'm not gonna use that. My very first computer. Everything's still here. The power supply is not in it because I was using it for my little stereo experiment. What's this? This is the tarp for the back of the Aztec when I had it. And speaking of Aztec, the cargo floor and track are still down here. There's no way I'm giving that up. You know, I still kind of have the hopes of having another Aztec, so that's a hard find. We are keeping that. What's this? This is 520. This is clean 520. It's an old Best Buy reward zone thing. I don't even know if I've opened it. It's got the address on it from when I was still like a teenager. So, well, back when they used to. Oh, that's really old. Wow. 09. Oh yeah, I was still I was still pretty much at home, like home. So yeah, that's, we could throw that away. How did that end up in here? The 2XL. Oh, he don't work no more, but we never get rid of 2XL. Definitely a nice remnant there from the 90s. Alright, so what do we got? So this here, this is a console from a Mercedes. This was when I still worked at the one Ford and Mercedes dealership. This was a part that got turned down by warranty, and it was going to be thrown out. But a long time ago, I wanted to build something where I can actually utilize these cup holders and stuff, you know, like a makeshift console type thing to kind of go along with those car seats that I built years and years ago. But it never came to be, and I'm kind of sick of seeing these. So we're just going to throw it in this box of stuff that I started to gather. I found another thing of oil that's sitting here. This oil is definitely from the Escape. There's barely anything in it, so we're just going to dump it out and pitch it. But this is old. This was like the first oil change that I think I did here at the house with the Escape. I don't know, maybe we'll dump it with the other 520. I don't know, but it's been opened, and like I said, there's barely anything in there. This is the tie rod from the Aztec that I had to destroy. Why is it still here? You know, it's definitely no good. I mean, you know, it's just, I have a habit of keeping random stuff. This is like a clamp that we can't use anymore. I'm not sure what this came off of. Probably Aztec, but I don't know what part. This is the harmonic balancer that I bought for the Aztec, thinking I was going to replace it. I'm not going to get rid of it, because this, if I ever needed to put it on the Grand Am, if the Grand Am ever needed one, I should say, I could use it. This is the PCV line that was from my dad's Grand Prix. We don't need that. This is an old Blendor actuator, one of the ones that I had to change out of the Fiesta. We don't need that. Pitching it. Forgot to grab the clamp, that's no good. This is a very old GM stereo that somebody gave me. I told somebody a long time ago that I was planning on making like a little boombox out of a CD player, and they had this in their garage. They said they think it works. Unfortunately, I don't have the harness or anything. It is theft lock, so if I hooked it up, it may not work, and I don't have a pinout for any of the stuff that's there. But, you know, just because it is very old and such, I might hold on to it for a little longer if I can get a harness for it. Maybe that'll give me something to do one of these days. So I guess I will just leave that one there. And this one, this is one of the ones that was in the Grand Am at first. I'm pretty sure my modified disk drive is in this one, so I cannot throw this stereo out until I take out my modified disk drive, because I know it's a good drive. So that one will stay. Oh, and that's not all. I mean, there's more on the other side. This whole box is full of Saab and Aztec stereo stuff that I don't need anymore. I'm gonna have to go through that. Look at this. This is the mass airflow sensor out of the Aztec. This is, I think, the original one that was kind of skewed because it was put on backwards. Somebody had it off and they had it facing the wrong way. But it's still down here, and I know I'm not putting it in the Grand Am. This is a jump box that didn't work the one time I needed to use it. So I don't know. I'll see if I can still get it to work, maybe. But we had it charging, and it didn't have enough oomph to jump. So I don't know. What's this? So this is a stereo unit out of a Focus, because I thought maybe this would work for my mom's Escape with the CD player. In fact, the CD player is not in it. The CD player is right here. This is the drive out of it. But apparently they were not interchangeable, and I did not know that until after the fact. I might not throw this out, unfortunately. But I don't know. I also don't have a Focus to put it in, so I don't know. I might just throw it back together, and maybe if I know somebody who has a Focus that maybe needs assistance in that way, maybe I can help them with it. What's this? So this is a boot. This is some conduit. Actually, conduit is good. We can always keep some conduit. You never know if that's going to come in handy. I got more 520 here. This is clean. We got some more clean 520. Oh, look! We got another thing of 520. Some of this may be from my sister's car too. I remember doing an oil change on her car not that long ago. Her car is also a 520 car, so that could also be that. This is my brother's APPAREL module out of the Fusion. It is no good. I think I was only holding on to this for the part number in case we really did have to order one. So maybe that's something good to hold on to a little longer. Got some wire here, and then like I said, this box here. Oh, we got stuff up here too. This is the original stereo out of the Saab. This is the CD player, I should say. This is the CD player unit. It was apparently not working well with the other modules. It was cutting communication off everywhere. So this one is no good, and obviously since I have no more Saab, we honestly don't even need to hold on to this no more. It's really is sad. The old taillight assembly. No, I think these bulbs are no good. I can just throw all of this away now, I think. Yeah, that looks awful. We're gonna throw this out because this circuit board is trash. Julie's home. Throw that in there. I've got a little quart here of some CVT fluid for the Honda. That is good stuff there, so we'll hold on to that. And then, like I said, from here, what's this? This is a Ford stereo. What is this? Is this where I took this? Is this what I took the CD player out of? Oh, you know what? This may be from the. This is from an Escape, so that had the right CD player. This is the one from the Focus. Yeah, I know, because I broke those wires off the first time I took it apart. So this CD drive actually goes in this. The CD drive that's in this one is in my mom's Escape currently. See, we hold on to them for so long. And then various Aztec stereos. They don't have the drives in them because remember we had to take the drives and put them in the Aztec, 2 of them actually. So this must have been the first one that I pulled a drive out of, and then this looks like it's got the Buick faceplate on it. So the Buick faceplate was the later drive that I put into it. And then this bag here is for the tarp that I'm probably not going to be able to use for another year after I take it down this time, because the weather is destroying it greatly. This CD player actually came with the Grand Am, but you know, it is aftermarket. It does have everything in it. The lady included it in the trunk. Thought maybe I could do something with that. I might throw it out. I don't know. And then this tail lamp lens here, this is also from the Grand Am. I think it was getting water in it, so part of me just wants to get rid of it. Oh, it's cracked. Actually, that might have been where it was getting water in it. Yeah, there's a crack along this design here. Yeah. I think we'll just throw it out. One less, it's honestly one less thing we don't really need down here. Alright, put the more recent modules in there to hold on to for a little while. Just a little while. Yeah, right. Look at this. This is that broken turn signal stock from the Fiesta. The bad washer switch. It is still here. It's been well over a year now. We don't need this no more. Fuel injectors. This was when the Aztec had to go through. I thought maybe a fuel injector was the problem, so I did buy a few used injectors. Probably not a bad idea to hold on to these, only because if the Grand Am has a fuel injector issue, which is what I pulled these out of, I pulled them out of another Grand Am. You know, maybe these could come in handy. So we might hold on to these fuel injectors. I got some more used oil here. These, oh wait, that's old brake fluid in that one apparently. Wow, so this stuff's been down here for a very long time. Those containers have been in here for a while. And then, like I said, this is all used stuff here. I need to get a better situation down here. Like I said, this just got out of hand. I had these jugs sitting nicely, and these containers were just kind of, everything's all astrew, you know, unfortunately. I still have these tires down here. These are from the Fiesta. These are actually really good tires. They maybe have a couple thousand miles on them, but they're Kelly edges, and they were replaced, and I couldn't get another 2 to replace them, so I ended up just kind of replacing all 4 with the same, you know, tire and stuff. But these are in very good shape still, and I don't know, I guess I could use them if something bad ever happened to the tires on the Fiesta, but it just kind of sucks because they sit down here. They're still in really good shape because they've been indoors this whole time. This is at the other side of the basement now, but back here I still have the old intake and head gaskets out of the Grand Am. Why, I don't know. And the coolant tank, which I think I'm gonna throw away now. These were changed 4 years ago almost, man. We don't need these. It's not like we can reuse them if we wanted to anyway. The leather Aztec seats are still back here. That's another, those are other parts that I'm not getting rid of, because those seats were hard to find, and I again would like to kind of make them into some chairs at some point. So, or if I ever had another Aztec, we could put them in it, but you guys know I'm not getting rid of those. The back seats are actually, they made their way up to the attic, so they're in the attic. They're actually covered in plastic right now, but these 2 are still down here. Totally forgot this was down here too. Oh, the broken fan from my sister's Fiesta. I'm sure there's other various little parts here and there throughout the basement that belonged at one time to a car that I was working on that's no longer here or such. But Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go throw that stuff out. Kind of a nonsense video, but you know, it's true. It's a lot of people who do stuff with cars, who work on cars and change parts out and stuff. It's always like you have to keep a souvenir for a while. A lot of the parts, just in case something went wrong or something, you know, I'd hold on to them for a little while in case I needed some sort of, you know, reference or something to get another part or such. But, you know, some of the stuff here has just been here way too long. And, you know, we really don't have any use for it because, well, like a lot of these Aztec parts, that Aztec's long gone. And, you know, it's just a lot of those parts I think were from the Aztec because that's what I changed a lot of stuff on, you know. But that, it just happens. That's what we do. If I had a garage, the garage would definitely be full of it, but unfortunately it's the basement. So, yep. Makes me kind of sad to throw these away. I got no use for them. They're no good without the drives. And I don't know, I think it's because, you know, when I had my Aztec, that was the one feature that I was absolutely excited about, was having the 6-disc CD changers. But oh well. Let's go toss this stuff. I did find one more thing as I turned around to the shelf behind me and found the horn that came on the Grand Am and the crappy wiring. This is not the correct horn, by the way, and it was completely underwater because it was upside down. You can see the rust in there. So this horn, along with some weird form of house wiring or something, is what somebody had wired into the Grand Am when I bought it. But we obviously switched it out for the proper horn, and now it don't work either because the airbag hub is sticking. So as soon as you put the fuse back in, the horn is just constantly on. I'm not worried about that. Okay, now let's go throw this stuff out. That first box was just a bunch of other junk. It's like throwing away all the history. Which one was the bad gasket? There, that's the one. That was the failure. Right there. Bulbs are going because they're all corroded and stuff. There's no point. I think I took all the good bulbs anyway out of some of them. You know, we'll do this at a time here. There we go. Already filled up the trash can. You guys see this is the drive that gave out. I had to tear it apart to get all the CDs out of it. So that's no good. I don't think there's anything in this one either. Yeah, so this was the original broken one. See, the sleeves are still in them, but they're kind of crooked. So something weird was happening with that one. Didn't break. Alright. So that's it. I'm done. Just thought it'd be, some of you guys might be interested to see a lot of the junk that I've collected over the years. Whenever we replace something on the cars, it happens sometimes, and that definitely won't be the last. And like I said, there's probably other things hidden throughout these shelves or something that came from a car at one point that still just kind of lingering around. I have a lot of other cleaning up to do though. If you enjoyed this, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Take care.